Hi friends, MD Vegan. Today is my day of gentle juice fasting. Once a week I only drink juices, nut milks, water and a minimum of 4 liters. I found that's for me personally. If I drink 4 liters, any kind of liquids, then I have no problem with the headaches, or more pressure, or never being feeling inconvenient or something. That seems to be really a measure. I have to look at that a little bit. I know there is some kind of dry fasting. Sometimes I feel that I don't need to drink or eat anything. I just feel perfect as I am. That is a wonderful feeling. I guess that is something people call dry fasting. And it is possible, but it is really something I have to feel from inside. And sometimes, when I don't drink enough, I get a headache, and this is the end of fasting. And I have to eat something or do something to make me feel better. Because the first is always feeling happy. That is our being, our nature. We have to feel happy in every moment. That's what we learn in yoga. And these are ancient wisdoms. Ancient wisdom from ancient times. People found out that it is not only logic, yeah? Because if you think what remains from our beings, from ourselves, from nature, what is undisputable, that is our pure being, our pure self, that we exist, that cannot be disputed. And this, ask yourself who you are, why you are sure that you are yourself, that I am Mitra, and you are wherever you are. Ask yourself that. Even I could ask my mother, she doesn't believe in anything. I asked her, Mom, how do you know that you are yourself? When you wake up in the morning, how do you know that? She was baffled. She didn't know what to say. But I got her there at that moment. This is the thing we cannot dispute, who we are, that we are. Hard to dispute anyway. So, and taken from this point, there is logically no way to dispute that we are pure being, pure happiness, pure positivity. Yeah. Nothing else makes any sense. So in the end, that's all that remains, and that's why yogis say, I put it in very simple words, we learn how to be happy in every single moment of our life, to have awareness of this happiness, because they say the happiness is something given inside. Yeah? We don't really need to learn to be happy. We have to learn to feel this happiness in every moment, because we have this happiness inside. That's why we live. Yeah? That's an interesting discussion. I don't want to go deeper inside, just to give you some backgrounds of the idea of how to live happy and why we do that, and how fasting is related to that. And if I don't feel happy anymore because I have a headache or something, then I have to stop fasting. I have to make it gentle. I have to eat something. I have to drink a little bit more nutrient-dense things like a smoothie or a light soup, veggie soup or broth or something. But as long as I feel great, I can do anything. So that's why I usually drink 4 liters minimum, and I look at that, I control that, I measure that even. I say, oh, I have not drinking 4 liters, I have to do something. I have to drink a glass of water or 2 just to balance that. Yeah. That is always important. Otherwise, ending up with a headache, once the headache is there, I can't get rid of it so easily. It takes some time until it comes, but once it's there, it's hard to get rid of it, then I have to stop. So I want to do that. That's losing time. If I have a headache, I can't work that good. The computer work is difficult. I have to maybe rest. I have to sleep. Something that is not very... I mean, I like to sleep. I like to rest. But then my work doesn't get done. So I want to avoid that. That would be clever. And that's usually I drink 4 liters. That's the minimum. You find your own measurement. Everybody has to find their own rules, you know, of daily life. It's something very... Health is something very personal, individual. So that's why everybody has to find out. We have some good ideas. To me, one of the best ideas is fasting once a week, to test out a little bit the limits, yeah, to have a little bit of discipline, to give the body a break, yeah, to turn inside, to feel, to use the energy from food. Most of the energy from the food we eat to nourish our body is used for digestion, 60%. 40% only goes into, yes, creativity and all these things. And if I fast, all the energy I take in, all is just used for this inner happiness, to creativity, to cleansing, to purification, yeah, to tidy up the mess in my mind, to get a calm mind, all these things. It's amazing. And it also makes me more creative. After a while of getting used to fasting regularly, and then it gets easy, very easy, and I become more and more creative. Yeah. And I always make these wonderful juices and new recipes. Once a week I make a new juicing recipe, and in the beginning, I always wondered, it's so hard to find a new recipes that's really good, because it has to be delicious, to be happy, to make me happy. And how can I find a new recipe all the time? Now I've been doing it for 7 years, and I always find new recipes, because there are endless varieties of new combinations of food, of the food, and it is very easy. I didn't believe that before, but now I'm just doing it, and today too. I didn't know what to do in the first moment. I thought about it, and what I had in my refrigerator was red beet. Yeah. I had a nice, beautiful red beet. You see, I cut it here in pieces that could fit into the juicer. Yeah, that's always the way I prepare it. I cut my ingredients so that they're fitting into the juicer, so I have a very easy, I see all the ingredients now. I have a red beet, I have 2 oranges and 2 apples. See, I see what I have in front of me, and I have an intuitive connection now, this way, to the ingredients of my juice. So I see what I will put into the juice, what comes out of it, will taste it, and then I make a connection. I know what was in it, and I know how it tastes and how it feels, and then my intuition is growing, it's expanding. Yeah, that's very nice. And so I had a beet and an apple and an orange. The classic combination to make a beet juice delicious. Beet is super healthy. There are super nutrients in there, very dense, and it's for the blood, of course. You can also, 2 hours before you work out, you can drink a beet juice or eat beets, and you have the best performance ever, because the blood is able to get more oxygen in. And that's, of course, best for the practice. Yeah. So beet is very good. That's scientifically proven. And the combination apple and orange makes it also delicious, because beet on itself, I cannot drink it, because half an hour after drinking the beet juice, pure beet juice, would make my throat scratch. And it doesn't go away for half an hour, for 2 hours or so, always scratching. And that's not very nice. There's something wrong. And that's because of the oxalates. The oxalates, that are kind of salt, acid in the beet, is a little bit a downward effect, but you can overcome it with other ingredients like apples, oranges, lemons, and ginger. Yeah, also very nice. You see, that makes it apple and ginger, lemon and ginger, 1 lemon, and a good piece of ginger here, a big piece of ginger. That is a perfect combination of ingredients that boost the other flavors, and also the nutritional benefits, yeah, of the other ingredients. Is boosted by lemon, both, and ginger. A perfect pairing, lemon and ginger. In many, many recipes, I can use it as a refinement. First, before I put the lemon and ginger in, I usually try without, a recipe without lemon and ginger, and then, when that's nice, I try to refine it with lemon and ginger. Many times it works, and it makes it always a little bit more zingy, a little bit more intense, a little bit more, expressive, yeah. Very healthy also. And today, the highlight of the recipe, that is a basic juice recipe, red beet, apple, orange, lemon, ginger is a classic. Basically, I have 2 juices here, an apple and a beet juice, and apple and orange juice. So I basically combine 2 juices here. That's also a way how to always make new recipes. I make simple recipes in the beginning, and I combine them in more complex recipes later. So that's why I get step by step, I get into more complex recipes, and at the same time explore the variety of plant-based food. Amazing. So I have a basic recipe with beet, apple, and orange. And the highlight now, the very special today, is I use turmeric. Here you see this orange, bright orange color of the turmeric root. It's a tuber. It grows in every direction, not like a root, like a tree. This is more a tuber, growing in every direction, well, the center. So this turmeric is actually one of the healthiest ingredients and foods we have today. Science has made thousands, really more than 2,000 of studies. They try to find out how turmeric can be super healthy, so super healthy as it is. It is used in the Indian cooking for ages, for generations, for a long time. It's in the curry recipe and the curry powder we have. There's the orange color comes from turmeric, and turmeric is so healthy because it's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, and it can even cure cancer. So very healthy, but it has to work into the body, into the system, to do its work, to be effective, has to be combined with other ingredients, otherwise the body washes it out. There are different ways, chemical ways, how the body washes the turmeric out without having it to be affected. I don't explain that now, there's science about it, doesn't matter. But what we know is, we have, for example, coconut milk, because of the fat inside the coconut milk, that transports the turmeric directly into the bloodstream without flowing around the liver. In the liver, the body gets rid of the turmeric. So not to get into the liver, we use the fat. Can the fat transport the turmeric directly into the blood? And in the blood, the turmeric can work. And the other way to make the turmeric work would be black pepper. It's also scientifically proven, and that works in the liver directly. In the liver, the black pepper, prevents the oxidation process that is induced by the liver to get the turmeric rid of. So black pepper or coconut milk are two ways to get the turmeric work in the system. That's what we want. That's why I always use, when I have the turmeric, I usually use one of each, coconut milk or another fat, or black pepper. In this case, black pepper wouldn't be so fitting to this juice. I made once a juice with red beet and turmeric and black pepper. That was nice. But today I take coconut milk. So I have a long story now to tell you. I guess that was something with the background of fasting and how to make recipes and how the turmeric works with the coconut milk. And now I will make the juice, I will taste it, and then I combine it with the coconut milk and I tell you what it tastes like. See you in a moment. Now I will juice it and then I come back. Hey, the juice is done. I have more than a liter from one big beet, 2 apples, 2 oranges basically. Yeah, 1 lemon. The rest has not so much juice, more the quality of the flavor and the other ingredients. But here, 1 liter juice. That's a whole meal, more than that. Can spend an hour or so sipping this juice. It's so delicious. I already tasted a little bit, and it tastes nice. I have to say, it's a classic juice, yeah, but adding the turmeric. Now I have to find out the ratio, how much coconut milk will be the best in this flavor. So I have this liter here, a little bit here, in the juicing container, and I will now begin with half a liter of coconut milk here and half a liter of juice. So grosso modo, not exactly measuring, yeah. Just to find out. So let's see. Milk into the juice. Whoops. So it's about half now, 1 to 1. The color remains almost the same. The bright red of the beet is always predominant, is broken a little bit into a pastel color. Bright color, a pure color with white, you get a pastel color. It's very gentle, soothing for the eyes. In this case, it is pretty red yet because of the beet. So let's see now the flavor with the coconut milk. Yeah, wonderful, perfect. I can even give a little bit more of juice, and I will show you what it looks like. Here, a little glass, just to give you an impression what it looks like when I pour the juice into a glass. That's what I will drink right now. You see? It's a coconut milk with the turmeric beet juice, and it's wonderful. The coconut milk not only helps the turmeric to work in the system, it also makes the juice more nutrient dense. Usually I eat coconut or drink other nut milks, plant milks at night, after a fasting and before I go to bed. I have a last drink, and it's like a dessert. After the whole day of juice fasting, a dessert with a little bit more fat, but it's a very nice, pleasant feeling. And I always incorporate nut milks and seed milks into my fasting days in the end. Makes it a little bit more nicer. It's so exciting. I always love to have wonderful sensual pleasures. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little bit the introduction. If you want to join a group, a juice fasting group, there is one for myself on Facebook. It's called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. You can just apply membership, no problem, everybody that's in. And then you can see and post juicing recipes, exchange experience from your own juice fasting. I post just one juice every week, and it has been going on for some years now. There are some juice recipes, and there's a calendar. Once a year in the beginning I post a new calendar, the best day for juice fasting in the week. But you can always, of course, take any day of fasting as long as it's regular. It's a whole day, and it should be every week. Yeah, this is the best rhythm, I guess, and most effective and available for everybody. Yeah, it's easy to do. You don't need to ask a doctor for that. Just drinking juices once a week, it's no problem at all. Very easy, and well, that's why I prefer it so much, because it's so effective and suitable for everybody. That makes it also effective, right? So that said, you can also give me a thumbs up for this recipe, for this video. I would be happy if you like it. And if you like, also you can subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. It's my main channel. I have another recipe every single day. Yes. And you also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. I hope to see you soon.